Hi everyone, this is Pete from the Special Programs Unit. Today I'm going to share something that will be very helpful for us in developing interactive lecture materials, which will be very relevant as we all know we are already shifting towards outcomes-based education, in which for our face-to-face sessions with our students, we want to utilize teaching learning strategies that will focus more in skills development, simulation of practice settings, and also clinical reasoning. With that, there is really a need for us faculty members to develop learning materials that the students can review or access in advance, even before the on-site sessions, to complement their learning experience. And one way to do it is through online lectures uploaded in Moodle, which is our online learning module system. So today I'm again gonna introduce you to Office Mix, which will help us in the development of these lecture materials. So by the way, I was supposed to give this lecture last July, but something personal came up, so I would have to apologize to all of you. So the next slide will be a video about Office Mix, just a very short video, a 1-minute video, and hopefully you can learn something from this instructional video.
Want a simpler way to make online lessons and presentations? Meet Office Mix. It makes making online lessons as easy as it should be. Office Mix makes it easy to turn any lesson into an online lesson, and it works with the program you already know and use, PowerPoint. So all those PowerPoint presentations you made? They're about to be interactive lessons. You can record yourself talking through your lesson just like I'm talking to you now. Maybe get your face in there too, like this. If you mess up, you don't have to start over. Changes are easy. And all these drawings, they're a lot like what you can draw right on your slides, only with 100% less chance of coming to life and eating this video box. Then there's the interactive part. You can throw in quizzes with hints and feedback, full web pages, apps, and web video. Seriously, all of that in Office Mix, and there is no charge. And that's it. Oh wait, sharing. You choose who gets it, and then they can watch it on pretty much any device. Almost instantly, you'll get to see who watched it, how they did on quizzes, and whether little Johnny skipped out after slide 3. You'll even know how long they spent staring at that last slide, the one you thought was a good idea really late at night. But that's the point. This is all yours. We're just making it simpler to teach what you want, how you want. Still not exactly sure what a mix is? See for yourself. Download Office Mix and get started.
So what exactly is Office Mix? It is a free extension or a plug-in to PowerPoint, which is, again, I emphasize, it's free. Alright, that makes it easy to turn your PowerPoint presentations into more interactive online lessons and share them with our students through the web or through our learning management system, which is basically Moodle. So in Moodle, we can either directly embed the mix, that's what they term the online lessons that we produce out of Office Mix, directly embed it to our course pages, or we can put the hyperlink to the streaming site for the mixes. Later I will dwell on that. So what can we do with Office Mix? We can do audio and video narration, just like what I'm doing now. Currently I'm using Office Mix to create this interactive lecture or interactive video. Okay, we can also do real-time digital inking, just like what I did earlier and what I am doing now. So as you can see, digital inking can emphasize different points in your slides. Screen recordings that show actions you take on your computer. So you can see you don't need another third-party software to do screen capture or video capture of your screen. You can do this using Office Mix. Quizzes and polls. So surprisingly, we can actually now integrate quizzes or different kinds of questions and polls in our PowerPoint to increase the compliance of our students in actually accessing these mixes or our online lessons. So can you see now the different the many potential uses of Office Mix, and of course videos and live web pages. So we can easily embed web pages in this PowerPoint slide, and we can produce or export the PowerPoint slide into videos that can be uploaded to in the different video uploading sites, like for example YouTube or Facebook or whatever. So what do we specifically need in creating online interactive lectures? So of course, number one, we need to have Microsoft PowerPoint 2013 or 2016. So unfortunately, Office Mix as an extension or plug-in to PowerPoint is only available in two versions, which is PowerPoint 2013 or PowerPoint 2016, which is the latest kind of version of PowerPoint. So unfortunately, for the earlier versions of PowerPoint, Office Mix is not yet supported. And also, unfortunately, for some of us who are Mac users, even though there's already Office 2016 for Mac, Office Mix is not available yet for Mac users. So again, we need PowerPoint 2013 or 2016 installed in a Windows operating system. So, question. PowerPoint is not free, right? You need to buy it. Okay? You need to buy the license. So, fortunately, as De La Salle Health Sciences Institute employees, I believe the school is in partnership with Microsoft. So, you just need to coordinate with the ICT department of HSI, and then they will give you an account with Office 365, which will basically install PowerPoint 2016 and all other Office softwares for that is provided by Microsoft. So again, you just need to coordinate with the ICT, and then for free you can install PowerPoint 2016. So problem solved. You don't need to pay for anything. Next, of course, you need to download the Office Mix plugin from the internet. Later, I'll teach you how to do that. And for voice recording, of course, you need a microphone, just like what I'm doing now. I'm voice recording, so I am using a headset with a built-in microphone. If you want to place a video of yourself in the slide while you are delivering the PowerPoint or delivering the lecture, of course you need a video capturing device, because it's also an option that while you are delivering the slide, you can also be seen by the students. There's a video recording of you delivering the PowerPoint. And of course, we need internet connection for uploading the materials in our online learning system, which is Moodle, or if you want to upload the video that you will get from Office Mix in the different video uploading sites. So basically, that's all we need. But the most important will be, of course, the need for creativity. We really need lots of creativity to develop interesting materials, because as we all know, students will be more interested in reading or reviewing the online lecture materials if we develop interesting and appealing materials. So again, a need for creativity for the faculty members. Okay, so to install Office Mix, you need to download Office Mix from the website, or from its website, Office Mix website. So the URL for the Office Mix website is mix.office.com. Okay, and once you enter that in your taskbar, you will be redirected to this page, in which you can see here a button that says Get Office Mix. So logically, if you want to install Office Mix, you click on that button, and then it will give you a variety of ways to log into Office Mix, because you need to create an account to download the installer. So you can either choose signing in with Google, of course using your Google accounts or Gmail accounts, signing in with Facebook, or signing in if you are already an existing user of a Microsoft software. So if you have an account there, you can use that. But basically, that's it. Once you sign into Office Mix, it will now give you the link for the installer. And then if you download the installer, which will take around 5 minutes, you can now install Office Mix. And after install it, um, to confirm that you have installed Office Mix properly, in the ribbon, in the PowerPoint ribbon, okay, you can see here the tab for Mix. And if you click on that, you can see the different features of Office Mix that you can use in the development of interactive learning materials, such as first, slide recording, which basically where the magic happens. This is where you make the digital inkings, the voice recording, all of those things. And then you can insert screen recordings, which is what I'm doing now. I'm recording my screen to teach you how to use Office Mix. You can insert quizzes. You can insert a screenshot or a picture. You can insert videos that you have downloaded, and also music, insert audio. And then later on, this will be the different export options. You can export it or upload it to Office Mix site, to the Office Mix site, which we went through earlier, or export it to video. Basically, those are the two export options that we are going to use. And later on, I will teach you how to embed the Office or the Mix, or the basically the online interactive lecture in Moodle. So let's start by trying to explore the different features of Office Mix. So let us try exploring already the different features of Mix. So for example, I am going to develop an online learning material regarding the cerebrum. So for example, I want to develop a voiceover lecture that I want to upload in Moodle. So of course, I should click on the Mix tab and then do slide recording. So this is again where all the voice recording and digital inking will happen. So if I click on that, it will direct me to an interface like this. Okay, so you can see on your top side, you can see the record button, which you're going to use if you will be starting already recording yourself, recording your voice, recording whatever you write on the slide, and the stop button if you want to finish what you've recorded for that slide alone. Okay, then you also have the navigation pane, wherein you can move on to the next slide or the previous slide. And also, now for the recording tools, you can preview your slide recording once you're done with the slide, and also trim some of the voiceovers that you did for the slide if you felt that it was too long. So you can do that here. You can trim and also delete the slide recording itself and start all over again. Okay, now on your right side, you can see here now the inking, which basically represents the pen, the digital pen that you can use for the slide. And then you have the different colors, you have the eraser, and the different weight of the pen that you're going to use. Okay, here you can also see the microphone logo, okay, which you can use to mute and unmute yourself during times that maybe if you don't need to speak, you don't need to speak for that certain slide. Okay, you can also use this one, which is the microphone volume, which you can use to adjust how loud you should be heard in the microphone. Okay, and then because I don't have a camera connected with my computer, I don't have any options for camera. But basically, if you have a camera connected to your computer, you can use that so that you can also record yourself, video capture yourself while delivering the lecture and insert it here actually in the slide. Okay, so that's also another feature of Office Mix. You can actually insert your own video delivering the lecture, okay, or just your face, for example, and insert it here in the slide. Okay, so let us start. So for example, I want to introduce myself. I want to record something. So again, you just need to start by clicking this. You will start by clicking this record button, and then of course I'm speaking. For example, my name is Pitwell, blah 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 blah. So this is the spelling of my name, blah 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 blah. Okay, you can pause if you, for example, you forgot something. Okay, and then later on you can just continue with your slide recording by clicking the, again, the pause button. It will unpause it. Okay, and you can continue. So for example, Pitwell M. Pomaloy. Okay, and once you've done, you don't need to click pause. You need to click already the stop recording button. Okay, and then you just save it. And then you can immediately preview what happened in that slide. Okay, what things were recorded for that slide. So you can click on that. So you can actually see here that the digital inking that I did was recorded just as how I uh, wrote it in the user interface that we had earlier. Okay, so I can click now escape to escape the preview slide recording window, and then now, for example, I'm done with the slide. I can move on to the next slide. But if, for example, I felt that uh, it was bad, my recording was bad, I can just repeat the slide recording all over again by clicking this button, delete slide recording, and I just can repeat the slide recording. Of course, be careful not to click the delete all recordings, because it will not just delete the recordings for the slide that you are working currently, but for all the slides in the PowerPoint presentation that you have. Okay, so for example, I'm okay already with the slide. I can move on to the next slide. Okay, and then for example, I want to start recording because I have some animations with the slide. So again, you can use the digital ink tool for Office Mix to emphasize different things in the text, for example, in your slide. So like for example, I want to emphasize these functions of the brain. I can create a circle, and then for example, I want to also highlight the different lobes. I can do that. And another way to use a digital ink is to emphasize illustrations. Like for example, here I want to emphasize that this is termed as the parietal lobe. Alright, or this one I can also highlight and term this the temporal lobe. So basically, the advantage of using Office Mix is that it increases the activity within your lecture presentation, and with that, the students can really feel that even though you are not personally present delivering the lecture, when you are writing in your slides and you are speaking, they hear your voice. They can feel that you're actually teaching them, right? So it's one way to look at it. You use Office Mix to, again, make things more interactive and increase the channels of teaching that you can use for our students. Of course, once you're done, you can move on to the next slide. So again, you can use the pen just like how you're using a typical pen. I can write text, the cross section of the brain, for example. So I'm thinking that maybe this will be useful if, for example, you want to discuss topics without using text in your slide. Like you're gonna use blank slides and you just want to write things, you want to write stuff to as a teaching strategy. It's like you're using the PowerPoint slide as a whiteboard and then using the digital ink as the whiteboard marker. That's also good. You can do that also. So basically, that's how you do recordings in Office Mix. So now that you know how to record your slides, let us try to actually utilize the other features, like for example, quiz. Okay, so let's click on the quizzes button and then it will take us here. Okay, so what we can do is, for example, select what type of quiz or question that we want to do as a form of formative assessment. For example, during the lecture, we can utilize multiple choice quiz. So we just click on add and then it is loading. So for example, we have a question: what area or what part, what lobe of the cerebrum functions for sight or for vision, I mean. Okay, and then we can give out the options: frontal lobe, occipital, okay, and of course the answer is occipital lobe. So we just click on this check mark to tell the PowerPoint which is the correct answer. So we can click preview. Alright. Okay. So basically that's it. If we try to edit it, we can add another answer. But basically it just gives us one question per slide. So if you want to create another question, it's better if you will be creating a new slide. But basically that's it. I'm just showing you how to create quizzes inside PowerPoint, which of course the results you can immediately review, okay, as a form of a formative assessment. So like for example, let's try another form of exam or quiz. Let's try to have a poll, for example. So this is totally unrelated. I can think of any question. For example, what is your favorite food? Fruit. Mango, banana, durian. Okay, you get the point. You just give out options and then it's automatically embedded in your PowerPoint presentation. So that's one feature of Office Mix that we can use to increase the again to make the PowerPoint more interactive. And what's good is that we can review the results of the quizzes that we have in our PowerPoint slides. And then lastly, I want to show, for example, the feature of screen recording. So if you click screen recording, for example, I want to show my students how to access the CRS Moodle site. Okay, it will give you a selection box which tells you what area of the screen you want to be recorded or captured. So for example, I want all. Okay, I want it all to be captured. I want all of my screen to be captured. Okay, so once you do that, okay, you can now start recording. But of course, I'm recording this. I'm also recording as to teaching you how to record. So maybe I cannot see the pane that's supposed to be like this, in which you can control if you can now start to record or stop. But basically that's it. If you click the record button, it will start recording, and if you click pause, it will pause recording. If you click stop, it will stop recording. Okay, so that's it. That's very easy. And then once you're done recording your screen, what will happen is that the video file will automatically be placed in the PowerPoint slides. Okay, just like this. And then you can now place it in your slides. And so now, for example, you're done with your Office Mix. The next step is to exporting it and sharing it with our students through Moodle. So how to do that? Basically, you can create a video. By clicking this item, exporting to video. Or the best thing to do is to use the Office Mix feature, which is to upload to Office Mix. Okay, this will require you to log into your Microsoft Office account. Okay, however, I guarantee that this is a better way of exporting your mixes, because the students will now have no way to download your Office Mix as an Office Mix. Okay, because it will be embedded as a flash file. It's like a YouTube video, but it's not a video, it's just a PowerPoint. So I'm uploading a new mix. So it's uploading and processing. So we wait for a while until this is finished. Okay, so the uploading and processing is done. Let's click show me my mix. Alright, so this is my Office Mix. Oh, sorry, this is my mix uploaded in the Office Mix website. So the Cerebrum will be my title. So this is science. Now this is important because this will affect how we can share this file or this mix. So the permission and sharing options. Okay, so for us, if we want to share this to students, we don't want to limit the viewers for those who only have accounts to Office Mix, because maybe most of our students don't have yet accounts to Office Mix. So we can click unlisted, meaning anyone with a link can view. So we can either share. Sorry, we need to hit save. We can either share the mix by giving them the link to this site. Okay, which basically, if we give the link to the site, they will be redirected to this site, and then they can now play the mix like this. All right, so you can see the PowerPoint slide is actually embedded in a Flash player. And then what's beautiful in this is that the students can freely navigate using the table of contents, and then they cannot download it as a PowerPoint file. So your copyright issues, uh, it already addresses those copyright issues. You are already protected. But the best way for me to share these mixes will be if we can embed this to the uh, Moodle site.